say yes, but I don't think I can.
Oh, okay. What's going on?
It's about the weekend trip you suggested.
The beach trip?
Yeah, the one you were talking about yesterday.
Right. I was kind of excited about that.
I know, and that's why this is a little hard to say.
It's okay. Take your time.
I really appreciate you inviting me. I honestly do. It means a lot that you thought of me.
Of course.
But I don't think I can go this weekend.
Okay. Can I ask why?
Yeah, it's not that I don't want to go, it's just that I don't have the energy for a trip right now.
Not enough energy.
Yeah, not the good kind of tired, more like mentally tired.
From work?
From work, from everything. This past month has been really heavy.
So it's not about the place.
No, it's about me.
I'm actually glad you said it like that.
Like what?
You didn't just say, no, I can't. You said, I really appreciate it, but I don't think I can.
I tried to start soft.
It worked.
I almost didn't. I almost just said, sorry, I'm busy.
That's what most people say.
Yeah, but I'm busy isn't really true. I could make time. I just don't have the energy to enjoy it.
And that's a very different message.
Exactly. I'm busy sounds like a schedule problem. This is more like a feeling.
And feelings matter.
When I was writing the message, I changed it 3 times.
Really?
Yeah, the first one was, sorry, I can't go. I'm too busy.
Okay.
Then I wrote, I can't go this weekend. I have too much work.
Still very practical.
Right, but it didn't feel honest. So I changed it to, I really appreciate the invite, but I don't think I can go this weekend.
That already sounds much warmer.
And then I added, I don't have the energy for a trip right now.
That one sentence changes the whole tone.
It explains me, not just my calendar. To be honest, I was nervous to send it.
Why nervous?
Because every time I say no, there's this voice in my head that says, he's going to think you don't care.
That's a very common voice.
And I do care. I just can't always say yes.
That's something a lot of people struggle with.
Especially when you don't want to disappoint someone.
Yeah.
So sometimes I say yes, and then I regret it.
Because you didn't really want to.
Exactly. This time I wanted to try something different.
Can I tell you honestly how it felt to hear that?
Please.
At first, I was a little disappointed.
I expected that.
I was picturing the trip, the drive, the beach, bad coffee, long walks.
Bad coffee?
Always bad coffee. So yeah, I felt that small drop for a second.
I'm really sorry about that.
It's okay, but after that first second, it felt very clear.
Clear?
Yeah, it didn't feel like you were making excuses. It felt like you were telling me what was actually going on.
That's good to hear.
And that's something I respect. You said a few things that made it easier to hear.
Like what?
First, you said, I really appreciate the invite.
Because I do.
Second, you said, I don't think I can.
Not, I won't, I can't.
Right. And then you said, I don't have the energy right now.
That part was hard to write.
But it was the most helpful part.
Really?
Yeah, because it explained the why without blaming anything.
So something like, I'd really like to, but I don't think I can.
Very natural.
Or, I wish I could, but I don't have the energy this weekend.
Also very natural.
It sounds kinder than just no.
Because it is.
I always thought being kind meant saying yes.
Sometimes being kind means being clear.
I think I do this a lot, not just with trips.
What do you mean?
With work, with friends, someone asks me to help, to join, to stay late, and my first reaction is yes,
Even when you don't want to?
even when I'm exhausted.
And then?
Then I'm tired, a little resentful, and sometimes not very nice.
That happens.
I don't want to do that anymore. I can't go on the trip, but I don't want you to think I don't want to see you.
I don't think that.
Still, I want to say it clearly.
Okay,
I can't do a whole weekend away, but I'd really like to get coffee. Something simple, maybe 1 hour.
that sounds nice.
So it's like, I can't go on the trip, but I'd love to get coffee instead.
That's a great example of saying no and keeping the connection.
I didn't realize you could do both.
You know, if you had just said yes and forced yourself to go, I would probably notice something was off.
Really?
Yeah, you'd be quieter, a little distant.
That's true.
And then I'd wonder what I did wrong.
I didn't think about that.
So this is actually easier.
Easier?
Clear, honest, no guessing.
I like that. So, saying no politely is really about 3 things.
What 3 things?
1, appreciation. 2, a clear no. 3, an honest reason.
That's a very good summary.
And sometimes an alternative.
Exactly. So, no trip this weekend,
No trip.
but coffee.
But coffee.
Tomorrow afternoon?
Tomorrow afternoon sounds perfect.
Good.
Thank you for understanding.
Thank you for saying it the way you did.
I really appreciate that.
There it is again.
I'm glad I didn't just say I'm busy.
Me too.